Hello you guys, it's New Year's Eve. By the time you're watching this, we will already be in 2025. So happy New Year, welcome to 2025. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Nyla. I make lifestyle content, like to sprinkle some beauty in there. So lifestyle, beauty vibes, all things Nye. Come join the family. You're gonna love it here because everybody loves it here and that's on, period. So yeah, happy New Year, you guys. Welcome back to another vloggy vlog. So because it's New Year's Eve, like I said, by the time you're watching this, it will be way after that, but it's New Year's Eve, so I'm getting ready to cook because something that is like tradition in my family that we make for New Year's Eve is pig's feet. I know that that might sound a little nasty, acquired taste, although I do know that there's other black folks, especially some of y'all who are real southern, real country, y'all be eating pig's feet, y'all be eating chitlins. So everybody keep their comments to themselves. I don't eat chitlins, but I do eat pig's feet, but not pickled pig's feet. The way that I make pig's feet is very common in Puerto Rico. I've been eating this since I was a kid. My mom has made it for me. My godmom has made it for me. I know my other family members on my mom's side, they be making it. So it's a very common like thing or dish to like eat in Puerto Rico. But you make it the same way that like I have made beef stew, which I've showed y'all I don't remember how many vlogs ago, but I showed y'all how I make it. It's the same way I make pollo guisado or chicken stew. It's the same way I make oxtail, because yeah, all my stewed meats, they're like made the same. So the pig's feet seasoning, like how I season it, how it's made, is made the same way I make other stewed meats. It's just pig's feet instead of chicken legs or chicken thighs or beef stew meat or oxtail, but same thing. So that's what I'm finna get ready to make. I'm not going to show y'all the process of me making that. I'm just going to make it, and I think we're also just gonna chat a little bit as I like reflect a little bit on 2024 and what I'm looking forward to in 2025. I think that's what we'll do. So we can chat while I cook. Let's see if I'm good at multitasking. I feel like most times I am, but sometimes I'm not. So we're gonna see. And then after I'm done cooking and chatting to y'all, because I have to start cooking it now. I meant to start cooking it like an hour ago. I'm working today. I'm taking a little break though so that I can cook, and then I'm gonna have lunch, and then I'm gonna go back and do the work that I gotta do for today. But I am off tomorrow. I didn't take any PTO just because like December was my first month working, and although I was told like it's fine if you like go into the red a little bit, you can make it up and it's fine, I would just rather not take the time off right now because I have trips planned for 2025 that are already on my calendar. My boss is already aware. I got that out the way when I started my job because we're not playing around. But yeah, after I'm done cooking and everything, I'm gonna go back to doing work, and then later on I'm finna watch Wicked. Y'all already know I saw it in the movies, but I bought the movie because it's available on streaming now. I think they still have it in theaters, so I was surprised that they were putting it on streaming services so early, especially because it's doing very, very well in the movies. But I think it's still in the movies and they just also decided to release it on streaming. But anyways, I bought it. I will be watching that later, and I'm very excited because I just love that movie oh so much. But anyways, enough of my rambling. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna ramble, but like I need to get my ass onto cooking. What I was saying is I was supposed to cook this like an hour ago. I need to cook it because it needs to like stew and simmer and cook for a few hours. I need it to be ready by like no later than 7. I personally like eating between like 5 and 6:30 because I be hungry when I'm done with work. So yeah, we got to start cooking. Okay, I got all of my ingredients out. So yesterday, well really the past 2 days, I had been working on my Notion tracker and what I wanted it to look like. I've been like reflecting on what did I actually like accomplish, or what were some achievements like in 2024 for me, because I was trying to figure out like how I wanted to set up my Notion dashboard. But in the midst of doing that and thinking about some of my goals for this year, I actually wanted to go back and I kind of just wanted to see like what were my goals as I'm thinking about like what I wanted them to be for 2025, which they're not changing much. And then also, what did I like actually accomplish in 2024? Because the only thing that I was thinking about, like, oh, the big thing that I wanted, which I did accomplish, and I put a lot of energy and effort into making sure that it was going to hopefully come true this year, and it did, was me getting my new job. And I was like, is that truly like the only thing that I've accomplished this year? But even in terms of like not thinking of just like accomplishments as it relates to like career or whatever, because I feel like that's the big thing that we typically think about when we think about what did we accomplish. Like we usually think about like our career. So like outside of like, yes, I got a new job and I'm no longer unemployed, and I'm very grateful and happy about that, and I'm glad that that was something that I was able to do, because we all know 2024 was a rough year. I did have fun this year for sure, because y'all, especially the latter half of the year, because y'all know I went on vacation and all that good stuff. But it was a rough year because it was like, damn, I'm turning 29, and well, now y'all know this year I'm turning 30, but last year, since it'll be 2025 when y'all are watching this. So in 2024, it was like, damn, I'm turning 29. And like my life is not together, because like by the time my birthday rolled around in March, I had already left my job. And so I was unemployed. And then eventually I kind of knew that I was probably going to move out of my apartment once my lease was up and move back home, which is exactly what ended up happening. And I was obviously like really sad about that, especially because I have been on my own for the past few years and supporting myself financially. So like, yes, I stayed in my apartment until my lease was up, but like having to move back home and then also rely financially on my parents for a little bit, that was kind of tough. I think it was more so like a blow to my ego than anything else, if we want to keep it a stack. And so yeah, that was the parts of 2024 that I didn't really like, but like there were a lot of tears. I feel like I cried more this year than I have in like a very long time over multiple things, but especially over like not having a job and where I felt like I was in life and all of that stuff. And then, you know, I feel like the job came through finally. What's meant for you will always be for you, and I'm very happy about that. So that was a big accomplishment for sure. I would say something else that I accomplished, I got a certification in something. I got it like around my birthday or right after my birthday, actually. You know, sometimes Black women get bored and we want to either get degrees or get certified in something. So I do have a certification for a Scrum product owner, which is interesting. And it's just because I wanted to like learn more about Scrum and what the product owner process was like, in case that was something that I ever wanted to pivot into. So that was that on that. What else? I said I wanted to travel this year. I traveled twice. I went on 2 cruises. What else did I say that I wanted to do? I did say I wanted to move my body more this year and lose some weight. And I would say prior to moving home, I hadn't lost really weight. I lost weight around Ramadan, but that's because like you're not eating, so that's why you're losing weight. So I did lose a little weight around my birthday because Ramadan was during that time. But then I went back to the weight that I had been maintaining for like probably about almost a year at that point, which was like in the 160s. But I was making an effort to either go to the gym or go for walks, especially when the weather would get nicer. But also it was something, especially going on walks, that I like also needed to do for like my mental health. But then when I moved home, I would say that that declined and I became more sedentary, especially because I was sad around that time. Yeah, I just was not in the best like frame of mind. So I feel like we started the year off good with trying to prioritize movement, but then we fell off once we moved back home. I went on a few walks here and there, but not in the way that I wanted to. So that is something that I'm really trying to prioritize this year, is like just movement. Even if I'm not always like feeling in the best place, usually when I'm done working out or going for a walk, I feel 10 times better. So I just want to make it a priority to just do it. What else happened in 2024? We hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. It actually happened, today's New Year's Eve. It happened my dad's birthday, which was yesterday, so the 30th. But yeah, we finally hit 3K. One of my videos that I posted, like my reset, my life video, I didn't even like fully get to edit it how I was envisioning editing it, but I was trying to stop myself from being a perfectionist. I was like, you need to just post the video. I was thinking about scrapping it, and I'm glad that I didn't, because as of today, almost 4,000 people have watched it, and it immediately like made my subscriber count go up. So I'm glad that y'all love the video. So that's an accomplishment. On like a friendship relationship type tip, I feel like 2024 was a pivotal year for my friend group, and I feel like we really became really close. I love that we have been prioritizing doing our monthly like hangouts, and if it doesn't happen on the week that we originally were supposed to do it, like we'll reschedule it. Or we'll go do something else. So I love that we have grown as like a friendship group and a friend circle. I feel like me and Danielle have also really grown, especially because we've been on 2 vacations together this past year. So that has been fun to witness. I also like seeing like Danielle and like Sherb getting along, or if Danielle's in town, I happen to be doing something with my friends and like she's around and they all get along. I think that that's like really cool to see. So on a friendship tip, I feel like, you know, 2024 was a good year for like deepening those friendships and those relationships, and, you know, being a sisterhood. I feel like that has been something that has been really, really beautiful. Also kind of going back to the me hitting 3,000 subscribers, I think something else that has been really cool that has happened was like the building of community that I'm doing on YouTube, and also a little bit on TikTok. I think that that has been cool, and how supportive people have been, especially like as I shared like when I was on my fun employment journey, and when I finally got my job and things like that. I feel like people have been very supportive. I also feel like, there were people who like reached out and been like, is there anything I can do to help, or just checking on you and things like that. And like, I really appreciate that. We're not gonna get emotional, but I personally really appreciated that, especially when I was like really down bad. Like, yeah, we've talked about this before. I don't talk about my feelings that much. I'm trying to get better at that. One of my goals this year, I guess I'll share it, is part of me talking about my feelings more is also part of why I want to go to therapy, because I need to get some shit out. I've been saying I'm gonna start therapy for like 5 years, and I always start looking for a therapist, but then I stop at scheduling a consultation. And you're not always gonna mesh with the first therapist that you find, so it's okay if you like have to figure out who your person is. But like, I always stop at the scheduling a consultation part, and I just never do it. And I know that I like need to work through some shit and go talk some things out. So that is something that I'm doing this year. We have scheduled a consultation, so yeah. But anyways, y'all know I don't typically like talking about my feelings though, but I do feel like I've done a better job at trying to be a little bit more vulnerable, like with my friends. Of course, I think we're all getting better at doing that, because we all don't like talking about our feelings and things going on in our life. But I also feel like I've been a little bit more vulnerable on social media, especially like my YouTube channel. And I feel like that has been met with a lot of like positivity and a lot of support. And so I really appreciate that. And I love the little community that we are building over here. So shout out to y'all. I don't know. I feel like that's good to start with. in terms of my reflecting on 2024. I didn't obviously get to accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish, although it wasn't my favorite year, and yes, my life still might not necessarily be where I want it to be. I am still very grateful for where I am right now in my journey, and I think I say this very often. For the most part, I think everything like happens for a reason and happens the way it's supposed to. And so while it might not necessarily be fully where I want it to be, we're working towards where I want to go and where I know I'm headed, and so it's fine. I feel a lot better about life now than I did in 2024, that is for sure. There are other things going on in my life that I'm like a little sad about that is not necessarily related to like me, but it is something that affects me. But gotta take that situation like one day at a time. It's not really much I can do about that. So there's that. But other than that, I feel like I'm pretty optimistic and excited about what's to come. I just feel like it's going to be a good year. Obviously, traveling is going to be a goal of mine like every single year on my vision board and when I write down my goals, no matter what. I like to travel, so whether it's a domestic trip or international, at some point I'm getting on a plane. Like, I really love traveling. It is one of my favorite things in the world to do. So that's always going to be one of my goals this year. Transparently, I've mentioned this before, I'm also trying to pay off some debts because I was unemployed for a while. Yes, I racked up some debt on one of my credit cards in particular, so I want to pay that off. My credit score is still good, which I love. For me, I don't play about that, but we need to pay off that balance. So that is really something that is important for me to work on this year, as well as building my savings up a bit more, especially because there are things that I would like to do hopefully within like the next like 2, maybe 3 years. So I want to put myself in a great position to be able to do that thing that I want to do. Yeah, we're turning 30 this year. I feel like it's time to be more of a responsible adult. Like, I feel like your 20s really is a time for like screwing up, making stupid decisions. Not that there aren't other times like maybe in your 30s or your 40s that you might not make a stupid decision, but I feel like your 20s really, like, nobody really knows fully how to be an adult. Like, we're all like figuring it out, but I do feel like your 20s is like, okay, we can make mistakes, and then like, not that the rest of your life has to be perfect. No one's life is ever going to be perfect, and you're not always going to make the perfect choices, but I believe that you can make smarter, more intentional choices and learn from the mistakes that you have made in your 20s and when you were a teenager. That part I do think is something that we should, focus on and stuff. And so for me, it's making better financial choices and learning from my financial habits and the things that I like to spend my money on. And maybe like you don't need to impulsively buy things or just buy it just because like, oh, it's like the next big thing or trendy or whatever. Like, maybe you just don't need that right now, and it's okay. Like, it's fine. So yeah, I feel like I'm turning 30. I feel like it's just time to be a more responsible adult, and I have a certain vision for what I want my life to look like and how I want to live. And so in order to get there, we need to make certain choices and also certain sacrifices, and I think that's okay. So that is something that I'm really trying to work on, something that I'm really trying to focus on this year, especially as it pertains to my finances. Another goal I have for this year, we've been doing a lot of talking, I feel like this is gonna be a long video. Another thing that I have for this year, I told y'all I'm still on like trying to get my movement in and really develop better habits around taking care of my body. I be putting bullshit in my body sometimes, and I know my body don't be agreeing with it, and I'ma still eat it, and then I be miserable or I might gain weight. And it's just like, and there's nothing wrong with gaining weight, but I know that my body is not it in its best state right now though. And I, aside from like the scale and physicality, I know that I haven't been taking the best care of myself within the past year. Life has been lifing, but like it's time to implement some better habits and be more intentional. I think intention is going to be my word for this year. And just take better fucking care of myself. And then another goal that I had last year that I just could not be bothered to really fulfill in 2024 that I want to bring into 2025. I did start, but I never finished. And so now it's about like finishing the books that I actually start. I really want to get back into reading because I used to fucking love reading. Hold on. So I started reading like 2 books last year and I'm almost done with them. I just need to commit to finish reading them. And I just bought a new book because for Christmas, my department head, she got me a gift card for Christmas to a bookstore. And so I bought a new book that I wanted to read, that I've actually been wanting to read since I knew that this person was coming out with this book. And so I'm excited to read it. If you follow The Unfit Christian on Instagram, I'll put her thing somewhere up on the screen. She released this book called, I believe it's called The Day God Saw Me as Black. And I love a lot of the content that she posts on her Instagram page. It's really around deconstructing and decolonizing like Christianity and religion, and who, like a lot of us, are indoctrinated to believe that God is. Not to get on my preachy churchy tip because that's not my vibe, but I've been wanting to read that book ever since I knew that she was coming out with it. It released back in October, and so I just bought it with that gift card. So I'm actually very excited to read that. And then once I finish those 2 books, then I want to like pop into either a local bookstore or go back on bookshop.org, which is where my gift card was to, because they also support local bookstores, or just pop into Barnes and Noble. I just want to like look around, see what kind of books that I want to read. I used to love reading. I was very much a fiction type of girly. That's how I got into like Twilight and other like vampire like type series. I used to love reading those growing up. I used to like to read like in general, and I feel like college and grad school kind of took the fun out of reading for me. I'm not going to lie, like I was over it. Like I had to read for class, I had to read articles, I had to read the fucking textbook. I don't want to read shit for fun. Like y'all have sucked the fun out of it, and I kind of want to get back to reading and how fun that used to be for me and relaxing. So that is a big goal this year too. I'm trying to think. Actually, I don't have to think off the top of my head. I have my Notion right here. And then my last goal for this year is to get another certification. Like I said before, yes, Black women do things sometimes, and we want to get certifications and degrees and stuff when we're bored. I'm not bored, but it is a certification that I think would be like helpful to my career. So that is another thing that I want to do this year. So I feel like 2025 is going to be a great, prosperous year. Yeah, I've been planning out my goals, what I'm going to focus on to achieve those goals, like within certain months, so it like makes sense and I can like stay on track. Obviously adjust things as needed, life happens. So I'm excited about 2025. I think it's going to be a great year. I hope this year is also great to you all. And yeah, so I'm excited, although I am a little nervous about the state of the country. We're not going to get too much into it, but other than that, and the shit show that is constantly America, I am excited about this new year. Let me know down in the comments what are some of your goals or things that you're looking forward to in this new year, because I would love to hear it. So yeah, we will not check in again probably until tomorrow, because all of us, my friend group, well, except Donna, because she's not here right now. She's out of the country. She's back home with her family, but we are all going to dinner tomorrow night. This is going to be our pour it out for January. We're just going to go out to dinner. We're going to Steak 48, which I'm excited about. I know Lex has been there a few times and she said their food is really good. I wanted to go there one year for my birthday and like they had no reservation, but I've never been, but I've been wanting to go. So I'm excited. I am going to take y'all with me when we go to Din Din. Until then, see y'all later. Hey y'all, it's New Year's Day. I just finished doing my makeup and hair. This was supposed to be a separate video of me like getting ready to go to dinner. However, my period started yesterday and I was also trying to figure out how I wanted to film and set up everything earlier today, and I could not be bothered. Like, I was starting to get overwhelmed and then I was in pain. So I was like, yeah, we're just gonna figure out the outfit. I'll show y'all what the makeup and hair looks like, and I will do like a makeup routine video type of thing another day when I'm not on my period. But yeah, we are dressed. It is 5:44. I'm finna leave in probably another like 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna drive in my Crocs because I don't really want to drive in the boots that I'm gonna wear, especially because I'm gonna drive back here tonight. So I think I'm gonna drive in my Crocs, and then let's put y'all over here. Drive in my Crocs and then change into my boots while I'm there. I am gonna wear my new, it's bad lighting. I am gonna wear my new wool coat, not necessarily because it's that cold outside. It's more about the vibes. It's like low 50s. It's gonna drop into the 40s. So fitting, but also really is for the vibes. So I'll try to get a full outfit picture. We'll see. If not, sorry. But I'm taking my other camera with me. I'm taking my DJI with me, so I will vlog on that. So see y'all at Din Din.
Say hey. Hey. How many fingers do we got? 2. Show you. Inception. Inception. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I adjusted the ISO.
The ISO.
Yeah.
The ISO.
It has.
ISO.
Yes.
She calls it ISO. She's professional.
My makeup came out good. I don't really like my skin all that much because she's acting up right now, probably because it's that time of the month.
I'll call you back. I love you.
But I'll come back on. Well, I'm not gonna talk to y'all, but I will show you what we're eating.
I'm a song.
So hey y'all, today's Friday. Happy Friday. It's January 3rd. I wanted to come and check in and close out the vlog because I didn't do it on, what day was that? Tuesday? Wednesday. I didn't do it on Wednesday when I came back from dinner. But Steak 48 was really, really fun. It was a really good time with the girls. So that was the first time that I had been there. She's expensive. She's expensive. But I do think that the food is like worth the price. Like, it is very, very good. So it's a very cute place. It's in South Park in Charlotte. Very cute vibes. Very, very cute. What did I get? I got I got filet mignon, and I got cream spinach, fries, truffle fries, and then for appetizer I got calamari for us to share. And then they bring out like bread like in the beginning. The bread was too good. Everything was really, really good actually. So yeah, we had a great time. I'm glad that we got to bring the new year in together at dinner. All of us weren't there because Donna's currently out of town, and then Brittany had some family stuff going on, so she could not come. So it was just me, Sherb, Lex, and Crystal. But we had a great time. I'm glad that we got to do that together. We were reminiscing though too, because it's 2025. We're all turning 30 this year, minus Donna. And we were like just talking and reminiscing on our 20s, because while we were sitting at the table like waiting for our check, it was like almost 10. And bitch, we were tired. We were like ready to get in the bed. And considering that I had to drive the furthest because I came from South Carolina, it only was like an hour and 14-ish minute drive because that restaurant is not that far from like where I used to live. But I was tired and I was like, I'm ready to get in the car so I can get into bed. We were just so tired sitting at that table. We were like, remember when we used to be like bus, club, another club? Like we literally used to be on go. Like we were talking about like how we would go to work, probably barely eat anything, get off work, go out, drink, and then go back to work the next day, which is nuts because I vividly remember doing that sometimes. And especially like when I used to work at the hospital when I was a medical scribe, and like I worked doctor's hours essentially, and so sometimes I was at the hospital until like almost midnight. Other times I would like work overnight, and so I didn't leave until like 5 o'clock in the morning, like, and I was going out and acting a fool. That is so crazy. So yeah, bitches is getting old. And it's so funny because every time like we do our pour it out night, it is literally so funny how we are always on the same accord. Like when it hits like 9:30, bitches start to get real sleepy and we be wanting to wrap it up. Although last time we were at Donna's house until like almost 11 because we was yapping away. But like it's just so funny. Like, no, I can't be doing that all the time anymore. So yeah, we were just reminiscing on our 20s and things like that, and it was just a good old grand old time. Love hanging out with my sisters. So yeah, din was fun. What did I do yesterday? Because I didn't talk to y'all. I started journaling. I was supposed to start on the 1st, so we made it up. I also did my journaling for today before I started talking to y'all. So we're starting our journaling journey. Yesterday I did my first workout. Let me show y'all. Yesterday I did my first workout. So I bought this. You're gonna be like, what is this? It's called Tempo, or this is Tempo Move. I think this is the pro version. They also have Tempo Studio, but this makes more sense because you can just hook up your phone to the TV. If you get the Tempo Studio, it comes with the big screen and everything, which I heard of Tempo like around pandemic time when, you know, everything was shut down, including gyms for a while, and people are trying to figure out how they're gonna work out. And so people started building their little own home gyms and investing in things like this, except they only sold the studio version at the time. Now they have the Move systems, or you can get the even smaller systems. It's just to help you like start working out at home, but I have the one that basically has everything. So oh, by the way, if you have an HSA or an FSA, you can use it to pay for stuff like this. But it comes with all the weights. So this is 2.5, I think. No, I think this is 1.25. I think this is 2 or 2.5. This is 5, this is 10. And then on the sides, because this is in my office right now, I might move it to the garage. I have two 25-pound plates because I have a barbell, so I can do like deadlifts and stuff like that. In here is just the clamps to put the weights on. These are the dumbbells. They're 7.5 pounds by themselves. So yeah, and basically, there we go. Basically, you just get the Tempo app, and this is a workout that I did yesterday. But I'm currently doing a build and burn workout program right now. So they have like all these different types of classes. They do live classes as well. You can do different training programs. Right here, this is what it's suggesting for me, but you can also just browse and see all the different types of programs that they have. They have so many classes. They have Pilates, they have yoga, they have obviously strength training and weightlifting because the weights. And then you can also like join a challenge within like communities. And then also you can just track your progress and everything. I did a body scan like before I first started setting things up. So yeah, I used it for the first time yesterday and it was actually pretty cool. Bitch, my thighs and my ass and low-key my hamstrings, they are sore. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing another workout today. I did my first one yesterday just because I just wanted to try it and see how I liked it and stuff. You also get like a 30-day like try guarantee, whatever that period is called. If you don't like it, you can send it back and you'll get your money back. But yeah, so far I like it. Also, I think it's about personal preference because I personally don't like going to the gym. I have gotten a gym membership like 3 or 4 separate times and have only used it during those times like maybe 3 to 4 times. It always ends up being a waste of money for me. So yeah, I just don't have a desire to be in anyone's gym. The exception is if I live in an apartment building that has a gym, generally because there's not typically a shit ton of people in there. So I don't know, it makes me feel like less intimidated going to the gym. And also it's convenient because it's quite literally in my apartment building. So it's basically like having a gym at home versus me having a gym membership. Now I got to get in my car and drive to the gym, and I don't want to do that. And especially when the weather gets cold, the gym will definitely not see me. So that is why getting a gym membership for me personally is a waste. I do like workout classes, specifically Pilates. Y'all know I love solid core. There's not one out here, which is a little annoying. They have other ones that are similar, but Pilates is also expensive. Also, when it's cold, I don't have a desire to get in my car and go to nobody's workout class. It is a waste of money during that season. When it's a little warmer outside, I don't mind. But when it starts to get cold, no. So the only time that I really like or enjoyed working out in a gym was when I had a personal trainer and we all used to work out at his gym. And I think if you've ever had a personal trainer and worked out with others while being personally trained, so like y'all are kind of in like a class but it's not a class, y'all are all being personally trained and we all do like the little circuits and stuff together, it's a little different and it's motivating to kind of do it together. And again, it's a different environment than you just going to a gym that everyone has access to that you're working out in. It's just different. And so the reason why I wanted to get Tempo, I have been eyeing it actually for like the past like 3 to 4 years. I didn't know that they came out with this like Move version that you can just use your phone with and like either AirPlay it to the TV, or it comes with the HDMI cord, so you can hook the little thing that you put your phone on, you can hook that into the TV, and whatever you pull up on the app is gonna pull up on the TV. So I didn't know that they had that until recently. I thought it was just the big screen thing, and then all the weights that I just showed you, it comes with that as well. And I was like, that's not practical for everybody, because if you don't have a garage or an extra room, like where are you going to put that? So then they came out with the Move version so that you can just use your phone with. So I wanted to get that because I was like, I prefer to actually work out in the comfort of my own home. I just need all the weights and stuff. And I do enjoy like personal training and following like programs and stuff. And so I really like that it shows you how to properly do the exercises. It tells you what weights to use. It does it intuitively. There's like a tracking thing or something within the weights. It knows how much you're using. It also tells you when to change the weights, all these different things, like as if you were working out with a personal trainer. And personally, I love that. And I feel like that is actually what I need when I work out. So yeah. First class, it was only 30 minutes, but it went really well. There was a warm up, then the workout sets. It was like a circuit, and then there was a cool down portion, as like actually even before the class was over. And it's probably because I haven't lifted weights in like a good minute. I could already feel that my thighs were sore. And before the night was over, I was like, I'm finna roll out that bed tomorrow morning. I'm finna be real sore. And it is. So yeah, I'm planning on doing a workout later on today, but if not, that's okay, because starting Monday officially, I'm getting back on my workout schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that is when I typically used to work out. They recommend that you do at least 2 tempo workouts a week, but for optimal results, I think it's like 3 to 4. I typically work out, or in the past, I used to work out 3 times a week, occasionally 4, but really 3. So that's what I'm planning on doing, is starting my routine of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I did it right after work. It was fine. I was gonna have a little snack, but I just drank water, and really while I was doing my workout, couldn't even think about the fact that I was hungry, to be honest. So yeah, I did my first workout in a minute yesterday. I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, I also had my last piece of cake for a good little minute. I'm probably not gonna have no cake until my birthday. It's time to get serious, like dead ass. It's not saying you can't have cake, you can't have ice cream. I'm not one of those kinds of people, but like this past holiday season, we've been doing a lot. And then also in general, like I know that I have not been fueling my body with the best of things or moving it like I should. So it's building the habits back up, and also just being more mindful of what I'm putting in my body. You can still have the things. I just cannot be eating cake and shit all the time, like, or as often as I was. Like I can't. So especially because sometimes my stomach don't agree with cake, unfortunately. It's because it's dense. Anyways, I feel like we're off to a good start though. For the new year, I'm rambling. I've been talking for 16 minutes. I wasn't supposed to talk for 16 minutes. We were supposed to come on and close the vlog. So, love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the family if you're not already part of the family. You're gonna love it here because everybody loves it here, and that's on period. So, Happy New Year, you guys. Happy 2025, and I will see you beautiful people in my next video. Bye, y'all.
How does it feel to be you?